turn it down a little.
This is Sports Chat with Nat.
Turn it be hot.
Well, we went live mighty quick.
Hey y'all.
I mean, I hit the button and sometimes it circle. That sucker went live real quick. How y'all doing? Look, we are live. It's Thursday. Jerome leaving. He ain't awake. He sleep.
Normally we have a little bit of
But look, we both on fumes today. We just trying to get it done because we want y'all to know what's going on. It's a lot going on. Listen, I don't even know where to start. First of all, we need y'all to follow us. Thank you. We've got a few new followers. Thank y'all. We almost to the point where we can get stars and make some money, I think. But we need a few more things we got to do. We getting there, though. We getting there. But listen, thank y'all so much for watching. Keep your comments coming. Share the videos and all that good stuff. But look, the Indiana Fever done upset the Minnesota Lynx and won the Commissioner's Cup, which is the in-season tournament for the women, for the WNBA.
Okay, so basically, you guys know, if y'all know me very well so far, we know basketball is only football. We usually and tennis. I don't really do it except for Miss Nally. She the one who helped me. So based off of I be learning with y'all. So if I remember correctly, the Lynx, you had put the Lynx to win the Commissioner's Cup and the whole thing, right?
Yep.
So what does that mean now that they have lost?
Well, what has happened the last couple of seasons is the person that loses the Commissioner's Cup wins the championship. The finalists in the Commissioner's Cup that doesn't win, the last couple of years, they've actually won the championship.
So when's the last time that the team won the Commissioner's Cup and the actual
it's been a minute. I'd have to go back and look.
Okay.
But the Fever actually looked better to me without Caitlin Clark. Tell you why. Caitlin almost looked like how Shea was coming down and just dribbling the ball, and Jalen Brunson and Shea and Jason Tatum, all that dribbling. And they stand around waiting for Caitlin to throw up a three. She has missed 68 of 78 threes in the last five games that she played. Listen.
Isn't she hurt though? I thought.
Yeah, but my point is getting ready to be. Yeah, she hurt right now. She's the most popular player. Let's get that straight.
Well, that's why she's on the All-Star team.
She's most popular, but she ain't the most talented. So let's clear that up. Okay.
I mean, we've been saying that since last season.
I've been saying that the whole time because if you know me, I've been following them since 95 when they was the USA team. So no, don't come with me with that stuff. But anyway, her little shoe, she wear the Kobe shoe that done sold out in one day. All that's well and good. That's good. She's making a whole lot more money than everybody else. All that's well and good. Cheryl Swoops then got kicked out to the media for WNBA. Now, Cheryl Swoops was the first woman drafted in the WNBA. But she is, they call it hater, when she hating on her. But
the haterade?
That's the word.
Oh, okay.
Again, Caitlin is the most popular, not the best. Okay? The team, I saw them last night, night before last, in the Commissioner's Cup Championship, and tonight, they look good. They playing defense. She don't play defense. She stand around. Then the minute somebody bump her, The teammates ready to fight. Speaking of which, Sophie Cunningham got fined a whole $400.
That's the one who pulled the hair, right?
She grabbed the girl, pulled her to the floor, and then was still yelling in the girl's face. She got fined $400 because Caitlin got poked in the eye, so she's defending Caitlin. Listen.
Well, $400. How much is? I forgot how much are they making in
W? Not much.
So that's a lot.
Yeah, no, for them, but still. Now, Aaliyah Boston on the team with Caitlin is shooting almost 60%, 59.7. You round it up, that's 60%. Best in the WNBA. But they ain't talking about that. They ain't talking about that. They're talking about Caitlin's shoe selling out.
But how is it that she's not playing, but she can play in the All-Star game, though?
She got a groin injury.
But how is it that
she got voted in? Now, that's not to say she's going to play.
Oh, it was just that they were voted. Okay. So when is the All-Star?
Voted in.
When is the All-Star game?
Now, she got the most votes by the fans, but not by the players and the media. I'm sorry. I mean, listen. We over it, okay? We over it. She's human. We over it. All right, now. Oh, I just looked up boxer Chavez Jr. arrested by ICE to be
deported. I saw that earlier. We was going to talk about that too. I did.
Okay, all right. Anyway, okay. So rest of the WNBA. I don't know what's going on with the Las Vegas Aces with 3-time MVP A'ja Wilson. Coach of the Year, former Coach of the Year, Becky Hammond. Becky looking like a raccoon, all dark around the eyes and everything. I don't know what's going on over there in Vegas. Something ain't right. They got all them all-stars over there. They're getting old now. They're a little old, but something ain't right. They don't look good at all. They don't. But the Fever held them, the last 2 games, the Fever held their opponent to under 60 points. Back to my point, Caitlin ain't on the floor and they playing real defense. They moving around. Guards is going in and out, looking like they running a real basketball play. They look like a team. With Caitlin, it looked like Caitlin and the Fever. But without her, it looks like a team. Let me see one more last thing with the WNBA. The Minnesota Lynx are still in first place, 15-2. New York Liberty, the reigning champs, are 12-5 in second. Phoenix has jumped up to third place, 12-6. Atlanta's holding steady at 4, 11-7. Seattle has moved up. They're 11-7. Golden State, 9-7. Indiana, 9-8. Las Vegas right behind them, 8-9, but they under 500. And the post Chicago Sky over there with Angel Reese. Look, Angel might be the fastest player to 500 points and 500 rebounds, but that team looks terrible. That team looks horrible. She's still leading all players in rebounds. Averaging 12.6 a game. The closest behind her is A'ja Wilson, 3-time MVP, 9.9. That girl is killing the rebounds. They want to call them me-bounds because she's getting her own, but she's getting more than that. Naphasia Collier of the Minnesota Lynx is still leading in points. A'ja Wilson is still second. Alicia Gray from Atlanta is 5. A'ja leading in blocks. A'ja is tied for second in steals. So, I mean, she doing MVP stuff again, but her team looks bad. All right, so that's WNBA. Now to the NBA.
Is this about Ben?
They're just trading folks like candy.
Okay. I'm very happy that we bought an NBA because I went to the Hawks draft night. I'm on. Okay, I'm sorry, NBA fans, but y'all have nothing compared to NFL fans when it comes to draft night.
The draft.
It was so. It wasn't like I expected. Remember, I always go to Falcons ones, and it's something. The Hawks.
It was boring. Wasn't it boring?
It was very boring, but I'm very happy you brought that up because I was going to ask you, well, besides the fact that the atmosphere was boring and even watching it was a little like, this is what we do. But I had some questions for you. So you guys, we're about to have a learning experience because I'm about to learn something because I don't really understand this. Can you explain how in the world you can trade in the process while you drafted? Like,
say it again.
So, for example, I went and, of course, I was watching for the Hawks to draft. Now, I didn't realize all this happened until we got to, like, when it got to the 13th pick. Then I was like, wait a minute, what they mean by these people already being drafted? So, what is it in the sense that you can draft, but then somebody's trading while you're drafting? Like, in a sense, like, are you even drafting a player? Like, who's...
Oh, well, just like the NFL. You know how sometimes the teams, so it's the Steelers pick, but they will trade that pick during the draft.
Yeah, but that makes sense because but then they pick it. They literally still had it, like, for example, they said the Hawks were picking, right? But then they traded the pick to New Orleans Pelicans. But then it was like, but then when the guy came out, what was that? Asa Noel? I forgot who they drafted at 13, but that he got drafted, and then all of a sudden they were like, he still put on a Hawks hat, even though I guess he was supposed to go to New Orleans. I'm super.
Maybe because the trade hadn't been, the paperwork hadn't been done, and the Hawks picked him at the draft. So until he's officially traded to the Pelicans and the paperwork is done, he got to go with the Hawks at the event.
It was a lot of trading going on in the draft because it was going on, but they said that it's not official until,
right.
Well, I guess it was yesterday because they said trade deadline, like the new season starts technically on the 1st. So that's where I was a little confused at. I'm like, how are y'all still picking, like, who's technically picking these people and they still got to put on a hat, but really they're not going to be drafted there. They're really going here.
Yeah.
That's a little confusing.
A little bit. A little bit. And they do that draft lottery thing where they put the team things in there and they get to pull out who go first.
Okay. I was wondering, how do they choose, like, who gets...
It's like a lottery. It's like a lottery. Put your hand in there like a raffle.
Because technically, if you want to do it by how the NFL drafts, technically, I don't know who was the worst team, but whoever was obviously, who was it that won? Crap. OKC. Yes. OKC, she should have been the last, like, pick. And then before them should have been the, gosh, dang it. Thank you. My basketball knowledge be like, But yes, that's technically how I'm thinking it should be. But then that's why I was weird of how last year Atlanta, the Hawks had the number 1 pick, and I was like, were we really that bad, or did we trade for it? But
it's like a lottery. So listen, since we're talking lottery and trades, at first didn't nobody really want Kevin Durant. The Warriors didn't want him back. He said he didn't want to go back. I don't know about Kevin. I think Kevin just want to play basketball. I don't even know if he really cared. I think he cared a little bit about where he played, but I don't think he really cared. Almost. But he's at Houston. And they were the second seed, the number 2 seed going into the playoffs. They also signed Dorian Finney-Smith, who is from my high school alma mater, IC Norcom, and Clint Capella, who came from Atlanta a couple of years ago, and Fred Van Velt. Listen, they got some superstars over there. they're going to be tough to beat. And they also have Steven Adams. That's a tough boy. Now the Lakers, poor babies. They got Luka, who been posting crap like he in there working out, and he trying to get strong and physically fit. They got rid of broke down Anthony Davis. So I don't know what the Lakers are doing, although that coach was a lot better than I thought. They got rid of D'Angelo Russell. They never did get the center that they wanted, so I don't know what the Lakers are doing. So right now, they're not looking good. They're still looking for a big center. Capella is a good center, but he gone to Houston now. Now, the Denver Nuggets, they got rid of Michael Porter Jr., who I thought was great, but they got rid of him. Now, the Lakers did pick up DeAndre Ayton, who I thought was an absolute beast in Phoenix for a while, but he's not consistent. I'd rather you give me 15 every night, and I know I can get your 15 as opposed to 25 one night, 2 the next night. Give me 15 straight and 10 rebounds if you my center. Give me double-digit rebounds. If you can't do that, I don't need you as a center.
Right.
I don't know what they're going to do with Giannis yet in Milwaukee. They put Miles Turner over there with him and took him from the Pacers. So right now they're still doing a whole lot of moving around. The Hawks picked up Kristaps Porzingis from the Celtics, which to me was a waste because he can't play half the time because he got an autoimmune disease and he can't stay healthy. So I don't know why they did that, but anyhow, they did. Let me see what else I want. Oh, the Knicks hired Michael Brown, former coach of the year from Cleveland and all that. They hired him. They got him. Let me see. Now,
what? Oh,
let me just read the headline.
Okay.
Bronny, not focused on speculation about LeBron. Supposedly, he tuning out all the noise. You know what?
What's going on with LeBron?
They act like they want to trade him, but he's got to be asking for a trade because they've done so much to put people around LeBron. So how can he now be talking about a trade? But that's what LeBron do. LeBron get what he want, and if he ain't happy, he'll say something, and then the coach is fired, and he gone. So I don't know what's really going on just yet.
Does that mean Bronny is going to be gone too, or maybe he might be happy?
Already at the G League, so where he need to stay. He don't need to be playing in the real NBA yet. He ain't got the skill. I'm sorry, he ain't got the skills.
Or the passion. I was gonna say more of
He
passion.
ain't got none. He ain't got nothing. He don't want to be playing. He don't want to play. He might want to just sit on the bench near daddy. I don't know.
That's a great look. I would love to do that.
The articles, the topic, I haven't read it. Luka is the main priority for the Lakers, not LeBron. And you know, LeBron is a little sensitive. I know you ain't supposed to say that about folks, but he's a little sensitive. And if he ain't the superstar, and I just think he's gonna have a problem. So that's all I want to say. Oh, Damian Lillard got fired. He gone. They got rid of his broke down tail. Halliburton, he might miss the whole season, as well as Jason Tatum. Now, that's what I want to talk about real quick. Kevin Garnett said all of these players is having Achilles injuries because they soft and they don't practice hard. They do their little training with their little private trainers. But back in the day when they were playing, they played 5-on-5 full speed basketball in practice. And then y'all get out there and y'all try to play. I said this about the Steelers and all of their hamstring injuries. Y'all practice too soft. Then you get out there and try to play full speed and your body ain't ready for it and they get all injured up. Kevin Garnett said that's what's wrong with these players right now. That's why they're getting injured with non-contact injuries because they are weak. They're not physically fit and they're just playing too soft. They're practicing them too soft. So when they get in the game situation, they ain't ready. I'm just saying. All of a sudden, everybody, you running out of the court, and all of a sudden, bam. And he said they're not doing enough calf strengthening exercises, which helps the Achilles, which is why they are having so many torn Achilles, because they're not doing calf raises. And he said their coach made them do calf raises before they left the gym all the time. They ain't doing that. I'm just saying.
I was about to ask that question with it when you said before you said that I was going to ask, what about the calf exercises? Because that's what you do to strengthen it. But
they're not doing it. And didn't I tell you that picture I saw of the quarterbacks from the Steelers? Who had the biggest calves? Who did I say?
Aaron. A-Rod.
And he done strengthened that since his Achilles. I'm just saying. Moving on, since we just said Aaron Rodgers' name, let's move on to the NFL. Didn't I tell you, now it ain't done yet, but didn't I tell you months ago when I saw that picture of TJ Watt with the peace sign? What did I tell you?
TJ ain't happy as he might be gone.
Didn't I tell you last year at them post-game interviews they was looking shady? I'm just saying.
So where TJ at?
He ain't nowhere yet. But they're thinking about, I read Detroit putting him across from Aiden Hutchinson. Oh my God.
Ooh, that's
oh
dangerous.
My God.
That's dangerous. I like it though.
I like it. I mean, I like TJ, but oh my God.
That's dangerous for a lot of
That's dangerous.
But remember, Detroit got something. Detroit has a lot. Detroit has literally the mode of being a Super Bowl champion now. Oh gosh, I just don't. Last year we got a little disappointed. We was kind of like, what? Now I can't. Now the Washington Commanders came in, they took them. We was all less shocked at that one, but I mean, them putting them over there.
Now,
that's a ooh.
I knew Minkah was gonna get traded. I said it last year because he was declining.
Who?
Minkah Fitzpatrick that we got from the Dolphins a couple of years ago. He came in like gangbangers. He getting all these interceptions, moving all around like Palomalu, looking all awesome and everything. Then all of a sudden, he went a whole season with not one interception. Wait a minute. Then he went the next season with only one. What?
Yeah, because now who y'all got
Jalen Ramsey.
Ramsey.
I mean, now, if you'd asked me a couple of years ago, I would have said, "Ooh, yay." Okay. But he a couple of years older than Minkah. However, he had a better statistical year than Minkah.
You also are getting Jonnu Smith, and that's Jonnu is very slept on, I think, as a tight end. I know he started out with the Titans. He played with us, and he's I wish we could have kept him, but he's a very slept on tight end. Like he comes in and he makes plays when people don't really think about it. So I think that's a good. I mean, I think
the backfield looks really good from the names that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And if Aaron can throw and move and last before he go into senior mode, okay, maybe. But something still ain't right in that camp. Something ain't right in that camp. And I read again the last couple of days. Tomlin treats his players fairly, but not equally. Which means, like Antonio Brown got extra privileges because he was Antonio Brown catching so many passes, but he was a jerk.
Well, we will definitely talk about him in a second. So we're going to throw him
right.
aside.
So I'm just saying, Harrison was sleeping in the meetings. He didn't hold Ben accountable for telling locker room secrets on the air. What's the other boy? They just got rid of Pickens. Pickens acting all crazy. He don't hold players accountable. If you play good, he lets you get away with murder. I don't care for that. I don't like that.
Yeah, I agree.
If you F up, you effed up. Take the punishment. I don't care if you Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon. I didn't care. Because when you don't treat everybody equally, you cause discord in your locker room.
Mm-hmm.
That favoritism, that makes for toxicity. That makes for bad blood. That makes for jealousy. That makes for envy. That's just too much. I said it last year, and it breaks my heart to say it.
Bye.
Tomlin need to go.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
I think he has lost his fire.
Mm.
He didn't have no fire on that sideline. If you ain't got no fire, how you want your players to have fire? Them practices, I told you, they sound like disco nights. They in there jamming, music jamming like that at the club. Y'all need to be doing something else. And they were doing some drill where the guy was supposed to be trying to knock the ball out.
What's that?
Hit it like the player go. Girl, they were tapping the ball. He had a little thing that looked like a fist, and he was supposed to be trying to punch the ball out, right? He was punching like, ain't no player gonna be.
Yeah, I know.
Hit it. I mean, call me rough, tough. I don't care what you call me, but ain't no need for no cotton ball, Q-tip touches. Ain't nobody running up trying to knock the ball out like that. Like, excuse me, can I have the ball? No, they go bam.
No, they
bam.
Yeah,
you up there.
Excuse me, can I please have the ball? Can you please pass me the ball?
Look. Wait a minute. Can I have the ball? Can I have that?
Here you go.
I'm just not.
Well, I mean, they did say that he was part of the winners and losers of this trade, was definitely more winning on the Steelers side. And it literally, after they said Aaron Rodgers, they literally said, well, no, they said Arthur Smith was a winner on this. But
I don't know. I'm not as optimistic about the season as I normally am.
No, you were not. You weren't even happy during how excited I was when I was like, draft, this is what happened. The schedule's out. You were like,
no.
I'm
just not, because I think we did Justin dirty. I think Russell dug his own grave. Now, whether Russell's grave was dug because Arthur stopped him from changing the plays at the line of scrimmage, or he just was playing old, I don't know which one it really was. But I think it was him telling him to stop changing plays at the line of scrimmage. And that's when we started losing games.
Tell Aaron that.
Girl, you know they ain't gonna tell Aaron Rodgers that. Ain't no way.
I know this, but I just
ain't no way.
Even if they did tell Aaron, he's not gonna answer.
He's
gonna follow it. He just don't
do it.
He gonna be
but
like
see,
that.
Russell's such a good guy. He did it. Russell did it. He said, "Okay, I'm gonna be good." And where he at in New York. And then I think we really should have kept Justin because when you looked at it, I think the team was moving better with Justin. So I'm not happy. I'm not, Jerome, I'm not happy. Okay.
I hope she gets happy, you guys, because we got maybe a month left before we start our stuff, and I need her energy back with mine. She's so.
I'm gonna have energy about another team. I'm gonna have to find me. I'm gonna still wear my Steelers stuff. I ordered 2 new shirts, and I'm gonna order some more. But I just
come over. You already in Atlanta. Just over here and come with us. Come.
I can't.
Come be a dirty bird. Okay.
Anyway, so I'm really skeptical about us being able to maintain TJ. He has declined over the last couple of years. He has saved us in a few games, but towards the end of the season last year, he didn't have anything to give us. Now, whether it was a mental thing or a physical thing and he was hurt, he won't saving us. And the team was in total disarray. The defense went from top 5 to bottom 5. How you go from top 5 to bottom 5 with the same people? Huh? Did y'all just stop playing? What? I mean, I don't get it. So anyway,
I feel about then that the Giants traded Darren Waller to the Dolphins.
Why is he even in the league? Why is he back? Why is
I
he
did
back?
see that. I was like, did he retire? Maybe they was hoping for a Joe Flacco moment. But actually, Joe happened in the middle of the season, but
I don't know. He back, so I don't know. There's something else I was getting ready to say.
Well, while you're thinking of that, the top 100 players of 20.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Go ahead, yeah.
Has come out. Well, not come out. We've only got the first 7 players. I don't know how in the world they were supposed to do. I felt like the number should have been 100 to 90, but they stopped at 93.
Okay.
Don't know, but here we go from 100 down with it. 100 was Ladd McConkey. He's a Los Angeles. He's a Chargers wide receiver. Number 99, we got Leonard Williams, defensive line on Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, Aaron Jones, it's 98.
Yeah.
Drake, I have to do it that way. Drake London, Falcons. Yes. 96. Yeah. 96, we got Levante David, Bucks linebacker.
Oh, up 3 from last year.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even see those. I forgot to do that. Yes, he is down 3. Yes. Everybody else were the first people I named. First time on here. Wow. Aaron Jones? This is the first time he's really been on here? Or maybe it's been a minute. That's crazy. I would have thought he was been on the top 100 before. And Drake. But okay. Here we go. Or maybe they're doing it from last year. That's what it was. Maybe neither one of them made it from last year. Number 95 is Josh Sweat. He played on the Eagles, but now he is on the Cardinals defensive end.
Yeah. I remember that name from the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm very shocked at this number where we at on here, but Sam Laporta
down 14.
Number 4 dropped 14 spots. He was number 80 last year, but he's number 95. Not really sure. I wonder, was it because he got hurt at one point? But I have no idea.
I don't know either, but that's a big drop for him.
I feel like he should have been higher on this list.
Me
but
too.
Of course, they said the players do this, so.
Yeah, the players do it, so yeah.
And number 93 is O-line, Creed Humphreys from the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, he's a center. There we go.
0 sacks allowed.
That's crazy.
Now,
I mean, hey, you gotta protect. He deserves that. You gotta protect Pat. Well,
listen,
I mean, let's
I
put
didn't
it. I
realize
don't think that happened during Super Bowl, but that was on 17 games.
Well, I don't know. The Ravens, I've watched the training with what's the boy? Derrick Henry?
Mm-hmm. King Henry.
I don't know if the Ravens will do it this year or not. If they want the Bills to do it.
They're both so hungry. I feel like the three hungriest teams from last year, we can definitely say are, I think, the Detroit Lions. I'm gonna put the Ravens and the Bills in that, and you know what? I'll even throw the Commanders in that because there was a slept-on team, and I'm gonna throw them in there. Those are my top four like teams of like who they're hungry.
Yeah.
Now, who we may which we call it now? I don't know. Honestly, I'm really interested to see how the Chiefs are gonna do this year, because of just how we remember King Chiefs dynasty and all that other stuff. I'm kind of interested to see, because usually what happens is we already know. I'm sorry, Eagles fans out there. Y'all probably gonna be over here about to shoot me talking about something. Y'all ain't gonna probably make it to Super Bowl #2, because if we go back into NFL history, into the vault, most of the teams who have made it, like who've been close to the three-peats, are all been AFC teams, and I hate that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an all NFC girl, so I love me some NFC. I go for NFC, except for some teams, but you know they're all in my division, so I can't really tell you I'm going to go for them. So yes, so those are that's kind of hard to say with that. So I mean, would it be? Yes, but I feel like they have to go through Detroit, and I feel like if let me change it. They have to go through Detroit, and they have to go through the Commanders twice. And even though they can, it showed that they can beat them. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I think the Commanders are going to come back stronger this year. I think they're going to be a stronger team this year. And I also think Detroit's going to come back stronger, especially if they end up getting TJ. And if that happens, I feel really sorry for you guys, because I don't know what's going to happen to the Steelers at that point in time.
If Jaden Daniels does not have the sophomore slump that CJ Stroud had, he will be unstoppable.
Yes, and I hope he doesn't. But when you said that though too, yes, CJ did have a slump. He did have the sophomore slump. The interesting part about it is they still made it to playoffs though.
Yeah, they did.
They still made it to playoffs. So
yeah, they did. So we'll see. I if I had to pick out that division, the Commanders are going to be better. I think they're going to be better this year. I think they got a taste of what they could have, and I think they're hungry.
There was literally technically one game away, and it was the Eagles. They played them 3 times out the year.
Yeah,
that was yeah.
Now, Najee did say that there was no structure or something over in the Chargers. Now, the first couple of weeks, he was hollering about how beautiful the facility was and everything.
Well, of course he did, because you know what? He's now in LA.
All right, we shall see. I don't think that the Eagles will repeat. I think we uncovered the Chiefs.
We uncovered them. That's cute. I like that.
We uncovered them.
They're and I think they have something to come back for it too, because now that everybody saw that, and it was like, But I
don't think they're gonna bounce. I don't think they're gonna bounce back this year. I don't. Now the Bills, they're gonna try so hard to make the Bills win so Josh can look like he really deserved that MVP, which he did not.
I do think they should have just made them cold ones.
They should have just did cold. That was the only realistic thing to do. Doing what they did was just not right.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. I keep looking at those stats, and he's so far down in the statistically that it doesn't make sense. It just, anyway.
Bills are coming back hard because I do think they really should have been in the Super Bowl too. They
should have been in the Super Bowl because they beat the Chiefs.
They did
beat the Chiefs.
It was that one call that they should have. I mean, it was more, but it was one particularly that everybody was like, you could clearly see it. The Bills should have gotten that, and it was like they should have put it in the Bills' favor and they had it in the Chiefs' favor. So,
yeah, that first down. He definitely had that first down.
That's what I was saying. That was a clear.
And they would have still had the ball and they would have scored. I'm just saying. So anyway, let me see. What's this? What else you
tell
got?
Everybody congratulations of all our NFL players I forgot if I said that last time.
What's that?
It was marriage season in the NFL.
Oh yeah, Jalen got married. Who else?
Everybody. I didn't.
DJ got married and had a baby.
Yes, everybody got married during this off season. A lot of people did. So congratulations to all the happy married couples of the guys that did the right thing and made honest women out here of their girlfriends and women that they. Never mind. Okay. Look, I'm over here trying to say congratulations to everybody. She said pause, so that means something happened.
This happened this afternoon.
Okay.
I hate to go back to the NBA.
Oh.
But former NBA guard Ben McLemore.
That's what I thought you were talking about at first when you were going to that. Yeah, that he was convicted of rape.
Rape, yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. I didn't read it.
Oh, I thought you were saying that at first before I did the draft part. But yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, okay. All right, so that's that. Now, Coco. Coco.
Oh man, you guys, I'm so like, I went into work and all of a sudden I looked at my phone like as I was about to cock it, and then all of a sudden I get that and I looked and it was like Coco loses in first round. What? And then I saw the score and I was like, dang, you didn't even make it to 3 sets.
No.
And I was like,
she said it was mental. She was mentally overwhelmed from winning the French Open. She did not have a time to reset. She didn't have enough time to practice and come down from the win and all the post celebration and all.
Well, technically, she did lose the first match of the other thing because we talked about that, and I said she should be fine because Wimbledon is next. Now, I think she needed that might have been a politically correct excuse to use, but honestly, I think
she shouldn't have played in that one in between. She said herself she shouldn't have played that one in between.
No, because I think that's what happened. Her playing in between and then her losing in the first round, I think all that chatter, I think that mentally got into her head. Because if you notice, Coco's still young. And Coco, I think she's very hard on herself, but also at the same time, you can see, when people start getting in her ear, that it starts affecting her play. Almost like she can hear sometimes, I don't know why, but it's really weird to a certain extent, but I can almost see, when the commentators are saying, sometimes negative things about her, almost like she can hear it to a certain extent, and she starts to play like that.
Yeah.
Dang. But that's just probably a coincidence of that happening. But I think that, all of that sometimes may get into her head when she's, playing with it and hearing all of that negative, oh, you were just a, French Open champion, and then you come to this baby league, match to play, and you lose on the first round. Now everybody's like, well, is she ready? Can she do it? I mean, was this a fluke? And you're hearing all of this.
Yeah.
And stuff. But
yeah, she said she shouldn't have played that one in between. And then you said Naomi won.
Naomi won. She's now in the third round, which is pretty good because Naomi hasn't made it past first round in a very long time. And I won't say a very long time, but it's been a couple of. It's been
Navarro won today.
I think. Oh, what's my?
Yeah, she did. She won 6-1, 6-2.
Blake. Oh, they suspended the match, but he was pretty much winning that. Blake Shelton won. Where's my other dude? Carlos.
Oh, Baptiste won.
And then is
Collins won. I'm just looking at the Americans.
Madison's on her way to the third round. She plays tomorrow morning at 8.
Okay. I may get up and watch her.
Naomi's playing at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, I won't watch her.
Sorry, it's Naomi. I'm gonna be asleep too. I will see. I will get my messages. Tiafoe.
Oh.
He lost in the second round.
Yes, he sure did. Yep.
He only won the first one. Dang. Wow.
So, what else did we want to talk about? I ain't really been paying attention to baseball. I got to do better with baseball.
All-Star Weekend is coming up very soon. I know that.
Yeah.
Like in either next week or the week after next.
Yeah.
All-Star Weekend. I think it's here.
Is it here?
I think it's here this year.
Oh my God.
I think it's here. I feel like
I need to stay home. Stay in the house. Stay in the house, Atlanta.
It's on my opposite side of you.
Let me see what else.
But also at the same time, Braves fans. I mean, we somewhat still have a chance. I heard as I was talking to another fan that said that, we can make it to wild card.
Oh wow.
Look, they lost today. Yes, they won yesterday, and then they lost against the Angels. But yes. And then for my NASCAR fans out there, yours truly was at the park last week. And now it used to be Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now it's known as Echo Park. And for all those NASCAR fans out there, especially for our nice little Georgia girl and boy, Chase Elliott took home he won the Cup Series on Saturday.
Okay.
That ended at midnight. One interesting thing that I didn't know today, and I'm pretty sure if you were a NASCAR fan, you know this too, but so Chase Elliott is from Dawsonville. Apparently his dad is Bill Elliott, who also was a NASCAR racer too, driver. But everybody love him in Dawsonville because they say he have a bar they go to. People are very friendly and stuff. Interesting fact about this, anytime Chase Elliott wins, no matter what time it is, they have them tornado horns and they sound them off.
What?
Yes. So the race ended at like midnight on, maybe about midnight 12:30. Yeah, on Saturday. Okay. So I'm watching his interview as we're like cleaning up and stuff. And he was like, yeah. And they said it like apparently was on Twitter and stuff that they was like, that's not a tornado alert, you guys. Chase Elliott just won. And right. So then he was like, yeah, that's like a little tradition thing. He was like, sorry, not sorry, you guys. But I've been to the races. I work it, so I'll help with the in-care center and stuff with the drivers anytime they crash. Like how you guys are hoping they crash, we do not want them to crash at all because it's like, oh my God. So I'm pretty sure people who are like, yes, they crashed, we'd be like, dang it, what was you doing? It's kind of funny. I wonder if we had a side-by-side like the nurses in the in-care center and the fans, how it would look when we're watching it. But when he won, like normally I'll stand outside and listen to like watch the last lap. This is the first time in a minute that when some like a driver won, like it was so loud. Like where I was at, I could hear everybody cheering, everything. And normally I don't usually hear it that loud. Like I'm like, oh, race is over, but they were like, yes. So I think it was a very special race for him, just because it also was in Atlanta. He's from here and stuff. But they are now currently heading to Chicago. Well, they're already in Chicago. So race fans in Chicago, y'all get a nice little NASCARers with y'all this weekend.
Someone told me to look this up. And hold on.
Oh, and I forgot who won the Xfinity.
Oh, okay.
That was on Friday night. That was a long.
Oh, I know what I forgot. The WNBA added 3 more teams: Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Detroit.
Wait, say that again.
The WNBA added 3 more teams: Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Detroit.
They never. Oh, wow. So how many teams are officially now in the WNBA?
15.
So it used to be 12?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're going to expand to 18 teams. Now, Caitlin Clark said, and I knew it would, recent injury caused a significant drop in the viewership. Yeah. You know, I read that she was injured. Somebody said, is she injury prone? She's soft. I done said it. She's soft. All she do is stand in the corner and shoot threes and dribble and assist. She don't play defense. She don't do nothing. She playing with grown women now. And she think they're going to keep letting her do what she want to do. It ain't happening. So, anyway, that's that. All right. I just had to say that. Now, what else? That's it.
I think that's it.
That's it this week. It's a slow week. It's been a lot of trading going on, but still, teams ain't really settled. I just wish they gave the general manager his money for the Steelers. I just wish that they would take care of the main players so that they don't have to miss this time like this, the prep time. I don't like that. Get it together. Either get a man his money or let him go on. Stop playing. That's unnecessary. Now.
Quarterback season 2 starts July 8th, you guys. Back on Netflix.
Say what now?
Quarterback season 2.
Okay.
So I'll be watching to see. Y'all know that's how I fell in love with Kirk at that thing, because I was like, oh my gosh, he's such a nice person. We'll see how I feel about it. So,
well,
you know how I think I may end up, y'all might see me being like, during the season, be like, Kirk, get on my nerves right now. But who knows?
Well, I think maybe next week, or the week after the next one, we'll do another sip and chat.
Sip and chat with Sports Chat with Nat.
We'll do a sip and chat. We'll advertise the sip and chat and see if
everybody bring your wine
or your water
or your liquor
or your water.
I'm doing it. Your juices or your water. We're just
your Gatorade,
Powerade, your Alani,
Red Bulls,
Monsters, whatever you want.
Whatever you want to bring, just be sipping.
Your teas, yes. I may end up with some green tea.
We may do tea. I got some tea I just brought at a function. It don't matter.
We may do green. You know what? That might be a good one. Sipping my tea.
Yeah, we'll do.
Spilling the tea.
Oh,
I know.
Spilling the tea while we sip. Oh, that's just cute.
I know. I'll be trying. Yeah. I'll be coming up with stuff sometimes. But yes.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we thank you and we appreciate you. and we'll be back. Oh, let me see when I'll be back. See the WNBA schedule. Let me see when I'll be back talking trash. Let's see. Okay, so I got to get my, the Fever played the Sparks on Saturday. Yeah. The Golden State and Minnesota, that ain't hitting on nothing. The Storm and the Liberty Sunday at 1:00. That should be good. Really good. Other than that, ain't too much happening on the games. The Dallas, Golden State and the Dream might be good Monday night, but that's not on TV, so I can't do nothing with you. And the Aces and the Liberty would normally be a really good game on Tuesday, but the Aces don't look good right now, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, thank y'all so much. What?
Yes. I was going to say, please enjoy your 4th of July weekend.
Yes, be safe.
Be safe. Drink responsibly. Please.
Yes. Eat responsibly and drink responsibly. Okay.
I wasn't going to say the eating part because enjoy your barbecue, especially for me. But yes.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.